First of all, welcome back.
It's so good to be here.
It's nice to
I haven't
have
been
you
here since that great moment
From
we
that
had
with Barbara.
That last hurrah.
That last hurrah.
You know, in this book, well, you do know, Oprah, in this book you write about how for years you've been ridiculed in the press and tabloids made fun of by comedians for your weight struggles. You say that you accepted it because you actually thought you deserved it.
Yeah.
Please explain that to me.
I felt, and thank you so much for asking that, because the reason why I've done this book with Dr. Ania is because what I felt all those years, the shame and the blame that I gave to myself, I felt it because it was my fault. I felt it was my fault I was overweight. And so when comedians made fun of me, I felt like, well, it's okay for me to be the butt of their jokes because I should be losing the weight. I should be able to keep the weight off. And I felt embarrassed every time I put the weight back on. So I accepted it because I thought they were right. You know, that horrible moment that I had on the Tonight Show when I was so excited to be there for the first time, and I bought these new shoes, and I spent my entire paycheck on the Stuart Weitzman shoes. And Joan Rivers said to me, shame, shame, shame on you for not losing the weight. How did you gain the weight? How did you gain the weight? And Joan, how did you gain the weight? And I remember leaving feeling embarrassed, but that she said I could come back if I lost 15 pounds. So I wasn't even like upset with her. I thought, I gotta get on it, I gotta lose those 15 pounds.
Oh, boy. Well, you were not alone. There were so many women like you and me and everybody else who couldn't lose.
That's right.
Even 10 we couldn't lose.
So then I went back to the show, which was called AM Chicago at the time, and said, all right, everybody, we gotta lose the weight, you know? And so the fact that I was ridiculed in the tabloids every single week for like 20 years, I just grew to accept that as a way of being.
So, Dr. Ania, you've been treating patients with obesity for over 15 years, I understand. And you say that one of the most important things you want people to understand is that obesity is not a choice, something you were just saying. It's actually a disease. So can you explain that so people understand that?
Yeah, obesity is about biology. Obesity is not a choice. It is not a personal failure. It is not something that someone decides to have. 2/3 of Americans did not wake up one morning and decide to have a disease. And I think understanding that obesity is a disease starts to shift from that.
Well, that's what shifted me. That's what got me to use the medications and to come out about using the medications and no longer feel shame about the medications because I've been on blood pressure medication for as long as I can remember because both of my parents have high blood pressure. High blood pressure runs in the Black community. A lot of people do have it. And if I stop taking the blood pressure medication, my blood pressure will go up. And I use it to manage my blood pressure. In the same way that I use the GLP-1s to manage the obesity that I carry. So this is what I wanted everybody to know, that all these years I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat, how many calories was that, how long was it gonna take. I thought that that was because of me and my fault. Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat. Obesity causes you to have all of that food noise. And what the GLP-1s have done for me, and I know a number of other people, is to quiet that noise. And so the new freedom is having the calmness and the space to do other powerful things in your life without worrying about what you just ate and how much it was and how many calories. Isn't it? We bored ourselves for years. We bored ourselves for years.
This book does a great job, I think, explaining the journey, explaining the biology. So thank you. It's going to help so many people and take away that shame that people have. Even over taking the medication, people have shame over it. But let me ask you this, Oprah, because I think something that people love about you is that you were always very open about your struggles with weight and all the diets that you've tried. You said somewhere that you've tried almost every diet that exists. And then in 1988, I remember watching you roll that wagon full of animal fat,
I thought I had it,
onto
Sonny. I thought it was done.
onto there, and you were looking good
this was the day.
you had lost 60 pounds from a liquid.
67, thank you.
67 pounds from a liquid diet, which isn't sustainable, we know now, but then it was amazing. But you say that that was the moment that you regret the most.
Yes, you know why it's one of my biggest regrets? Because I think that moment contributed to the diet culture in a way to say, look at what I've done, now you can do it. And even though everybody said to me, oh, you're gonna put it back on, because I thought it was my fault, and because I always thought, like so many of you in the world are thinking it's about willpower, it is not. Because I thought it was about willpower, I thought that moment, oh, it's gone. I thought that moment had proven that I have the willpower, because I went 4 months and I didn't eat a morsel of food. My regret is...
Did you feel sick? Did you feel tired?
No, I didn't, because you're drinking the liquid supplements.
Still.
But after a while, after the first 4 days, you actually get energy. But I'm not recommending it, okay? But I'm saying the reason I have regret for it is because I was so ill-informed. You know, and Maya Angelou always said, when you know better, you do better. I now know better. And so that's why I've written enough to help people, or co-written with Dr. Ania, to help people understand. If you're still trying to do it through willpower, you're not gonna make it.
And Dr. Ania, there are millions of people now taking these GLP-1 obesity medications. Many of my friends and family are. You say they target something called our enough point. Can you explain what that is and how they work?
Yes, and this gets at that biology that's so important. So our bodies are super smart. They are designed to survive. And so in order to survive, they have to carry a certain amount of fuel, and they carry that fuel as fat. But how does our body know how much fuel or how much fat to carry? Well, our brain decides that. It sets a set point or an enough point where it thinks, oh, now I have enough fuel. I have enough energy. I'm good. I'm gonna survive. I'm not gonna die. This is great. But within our current obesogenic environment, an environment that is filled with ultra-processed food, lack of sleep, lack of physical activity, tons of stress, medicines that cause weight gain as a side effect, all these things push up the enough point. They push it up for many of us. So what do the medications do? Well, they work in the brain, and what we think they do is they recalibrate that enough point so that it is lower. And so basically, as a consequence of that, we lose weight. So they lower the enough point and the weight follows. And that's exactly what happened with Oprah.
You know, but some people can't lose weight on that drug.
That is true.
I know people.
That is true.
Does alcohol play a part in that? Look, I notice if I have a glass of wine the night before and I get on the scale, I'm a pound heavier than I was the day before. So is that the alcohol?
How much are you drinking, Joy?
It's not the alcohol per se, although alcohol does have calories. But some people do not respond to the new medications. And there's a reason for that. And that's because there's not one type of obesity. There's many types of obesities. And the type of obesity that person may have may not respond to that specific class of medications.
So they have to keep trying different ones?
There are different medications that already exist. They've existed for a long time. They're just not quite as effective, but we use them together. We use them together to help people treat their obesity and lose more weight.
So drinking has nothing to do with it?
It's not about your drinking problem, Joy.
And there's many medicines in development, many new classes of medicine in development. So the important thing is to keep going, to not give up.